Michael and his family created a memorial along their fence to honor the slain CEO of Turning Point USA. But late Saturday night, vandals lit the display on fire.
When they burnt that fence, that fire could have went into that house and it could have really harmed somebody.
Across the world, people have been setting up memorials for Charlie Kirk. In this video, we are going to be exposing people in America who have been destroying these memorials.
Thank you. Where are you going?
Where are you going? What? You don't want to you want to blow everything out? Come here. Come on. Take a look. Huh?
You want to throw the flowers?
You want to throw the flag?
Are you happy a man
You're a
died?
disgrace to wear the Michigan shirt. I'll tell you that much. You want to do that? It's a public park. I don't care. It's a memorial. How dare you? Where you going? Where you going? Yeah, what now? What? You don't want to get your face broadcasted? What is it? What?
Yeah, you want to cover your face,
You want to
right?
cover your face? Yeah, cover your face. Yeah, cover it. Come on.
So this person was blowing out candles and throwing flowers. That is what the Democrat Party has come to, destroying flowers and memorials. This happened at the TP USA headquarters in Arizona. This guy in broad daylight was also destroying the memorial. Some brave men stopped him, and it appears that later on in the video he is arrested. Some other people noted that he was dressed as the murderer Tyler Robinson. Why would you do that? This isn't the end of the violence. It seems like this is sparking more violence. An example of this is conservatives being targeted at the University of North Carolina.
Over the past 72 hours, conservatives have been targeted, and it has become extremely aggressive. The Charlie Kirk memorial that we painted on the Spirit Rock was violently defaced and replaced with radical leftist propaganda. Today, one of our members was assaulted while we were tabling on campus. Campus police has not done anything to help, and they are not listening to us when we are telling them that we need help on campus. We are afraid, but we're going to keep standing up, doing what's right, and remaining peaceful.
It is an utter disgrace that the harassment and terrorizing of conservatives is accepted. When is enough enough? They already took a life and they continue to encourage violence. This college Republicans table was shut down today because they didn't reserve a spot, said Lives of TikTok.
This spot's actually overseen by space management. Okay. We oversee the tables like right there at the end. And some down by the amphitheater and stuff. So I can help get you a table over there if you want. Okay. Or
I would say we have the union tables, so right outside the union. But we don't have any reservations today, so if you want to move there, and then that way we can put you in the system. And
this makes me so angry that they're harassing a table with American flags on it, even though throughout our country there's booths for the communists of America or whatever. It just makes me so angry. The rock that the previous girl was referring to is this one. It has just a beautiful and very relevant message on it. And what did the Democrats do?
Just so you guys know, I'm fully religious too.
we know that she's
Oh, I do, but Charlie Kirk is definitely not the morals I support or the religion I support, where you're just taught to love your neighbor, not hate your neighbor.
Respect.
Yeah, love your neighbor.
Okay. If you disagree, so this is loving your neighbor.
I'm not gonna love a man who doesn't even.
You don't have to.
So you're not loving your neighbor. You're not loving your neighbor.
You just respect his
It's not your job to judge.
You're right. I'm not judging. It is not my right to judge, but it is also not your right to judge either.
Nope, we're here protecting somebody. We're not here judging.
She's like, I am loving my neighbor by being a really, really mean person. I'm a little bit confused as to why somebody didn't just, it's just horrible. And I don't know if they purposefully put the colors in the trans flag on top of this rock to make some type of symbol, or if it was just random. But this is definitely not what it means to love your neighbor, to harass people who are mourning.
Can somebody get a lighter? Wow, it's really cute. Thank you. Freedom of speech.
I don't understand how some people can be in the university and still be acting like they are in the first grade. So immature.
Hey, everyone back point.
I don't know if she gave us
Now.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Take away the paintbrush.
Do not take away the paintbrush. Do not touch
Murder is bad. We're not touching her, we're touching the paintbrush.
No, we did not do that.
Yeah, she got paint all over everyone, all of our things.
She's just rude and egotistical and is really craving some attention. And even while people are conversing with her, she's not able to have a debate or any discourse. The only thing she says is, oh, racism and just hate, while she is the one who is destroying a memorial. They did such a beautiful job, and I would have hoped that this rock could have sat there for a long time, and yet now apparently this is what it looks like. So these crazy leftists can't even agree on a cause or on one thing. That first they put trans colors on it, and then somebody goes on top of that with the BLM thing. I mean, they don't even respect each other, and they have no respect for our country. This next clip comes from the Bentonville courthouse in Arkansas.
He lives as he dies. Promoting violence. Record all you want.
Look at these streets, dude.
Well, are you? No, look at this shit. Check it out. Look at this shit.
Man, you're overreacting bullshit.
I mean, it is just crazy, crazy, crazy that they took someone's life and then people are silently mourning, just praying, and then they are still screaming about how the right is violent. Yet they just killed someone and now they are continuing to harass them. It's like, at what point are you going to realize that you're the one who's being very violent? To me, it looks like this is at the same place because of the fence, and it also says that this is in Arkansas, that afterwards, these young kids on their scooters, that's so cute, they came and fixed it. You see them riding up. I mean, these kids were raised correctly. It's kind of hard to fix it after they tore up the signs, I mean, kicked candles, but this definitely does restore some hope in my heart. And so does the fact that Turning Point has unanimously elected Erica Kirk as the new CEO and chair of the board. And I think that that is amazing. Nobody else would be fit for this position. I'm so happy. And a lot of people are now saying that the left, or like the world, has no idea what is coming because Charlie said that she is way more conservative than he is. And so she's going to lead them in a great direction.
My wife joins us, Erica Kirk,
Hi,
the beautiful,
everyone.
legendary Erica.
I love you so much.
I love you.
You're my best friend.
Welcome to the Charlie Kirk Show. We have asked the audience for questions. You pick one.
Who is more conservative and why?
Erica.
Yes.
By far. Not even close. I am a moderate compared to Erica.
Andrew always jokes that once you got married to me, you got more based.
That's true. That is true.
We need somebody as brave and courageous and as motivated as Erica Kirk to continue to lead the way for young conservatives, because things like this are becoming more common.
It's the first of his 2-day suspension for harassment, something he says he didn't do. Last Thursday, he was wearing a Make America Great Again hat, he says in honor of Charlie Kirk. A girl pulled his hat off and threw it in the trash. Then he says she started using profanity to describe President Trump.
I made a joke towards them and I said, if you don't like it here, Canada's open borders, feel free to go.
A teacher told administrators he said something different.
They're saying that I told a group of girls to go back to where they came from. Which I never said that. When they called in the girl who was involved, she like literally told them that I never said that.
Zach's mom, Janet, feels the school is targeting her son because of his political beliefs, placing blame on him, who she says was the original victim.
I think that it's a double standard. I think that kids who have certain political beliefs are held to a different standard than kids who have other political beliefs.
She says she is disappointed in how the school is handling the situation.
Again, it is such a weird pattern right now that somebody can be physically attacked and then They claim that, oh, well, I'm the victim because you hurt my feelings. Repetition is the mother of all learning, and the left has worked day and night to just say all these insults that a MAGA hat or Charlie Kirk, they just represented hate and racism without having any proof of that.
It's been an absolutely horrible week, and I feel bad. I feel bad for that man's wife and the children. I do. But I don't think people understand how seeing so many people venerate a person who would say the things that this man said about Black people, seeing them put him on a pedestal and seeing people get fired because they simply said, I'm not celebrating it, but I'm not going to give it my focus because they felt like he offended them. They don't understand how that makes people that look like me feel.
I mean, obviously racism is wrong, and Charlie Kirk, I'm sure, agreed with that. I personally find it strange that she is saying that she's scared when it seems more like Americans who relate to Charlie Kirk's beliefs should be the ones who are scared because he was murdered simply for having them. And the people who were fired were indeed celebrating and mocking his death. And it also seems that a lot of people might take a news headline or what somebody says, what some Democrat leader says, as a fact instead of actually listening to what Charlie Kirk has said. If she wanted to make a good argument and convince people, then why didn't she provide any proof? And I have been seeing people providing proof that Charlie Kirk was not a racist.
And he felt so moved that he reached out to me himself to encourage me. And then he went a step further. He invited me to the BLS, which is the Black Leadership Summit Turning Point USA was putting on in Washington, D.C. I told him transparently I was in between jobs and didn't have the money to fund my trip. He told me that they had scholarships available and to email him directly, and he'd be able to take care of it. I did, and that's the story of how I got to be a part of the Young Black Leadership Summit, which was instrumental in springboarding me to where I am today.
It's so weird that they call people racist who have done more for the Black community than they have. And then in New York City, we had these people just yesterday who took to the streets screaming F Charlie Kirk, racist, and just some horrible, horrible things. I feel so sad for anybody who is a part of this group. I don't think that it is good for them. I think that it is like the feminist movement where women join it, but it's at their own detriment. And so here is some Democrats calling for violence, just like they continue to do so. They try to justify their violence, even though it is not justifiable.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick them.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
It goes on and on and on. We see it on a daily basis. And yet these groups, they're still like, oh, we are victims. We're afraid. Trans people, we're afraid. It's like, what are you talking about? And on top of destroying memorials, a lot of people have been going to Starbucks and ordering Charlie Kirk's favorite drink. But we all know that Starbucks is one of the most liberal companies, and they have been refusing to write his name and actually being very rude to customers.
Hi, let me get a grande mint majesty with 2 honeys.
Okay. Let me ring up over here, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. What else today?
That's it.
Perfect. What was the name for the order?
Perhaps if you need a name. The name is Charlie Kirk.
We can't do political names, but it didn't even ask for a name to begin with, so it's gonna be $3.75, okay?
Oh, but can you write the name on the cup?
The sticker won't print.
Oh, you can't write on it?
I could, but I could write Charlie
Why can't you write the whole name?
because it's political.
Political?
Yes, yeah. Let me start your key for you, okay?
I don't think that it is political. And somebody else, Patreon went to Starbucks this morning and ordered Charlie Kirk's favorite drink, and they wrote loser on it. This is a Starbucks in Chicago. Okay, so they can't get political, but they can harass the conservatives.
After this incident happened, I'm sure you've heard about it.
Yeah.
So my mother-in-law came in and ordered a Mint Majesty tea in honor of Charlie Kirk. And this was written on her cup. And I'm sure your guys' phone lines have been ringing off the hook. And they're going to continue to ring off the hook until something happens about the situation.
Accountability.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
So what are we doing about it?
So we're in the process of the investigation and figuring out what happened and who was here yesterday to understand. So we're still looking into the things and seeing what actually happened.
Okay.
And then we take action.
How long does that take? Because it's been over 24 hours, and I'm sure the person is here right now.
Well, we didn't know for 24 hours.
So basically he's saying, I just am not going to do anything about this, and I just hope people will forget. There was also a memorial display in Colorado that was burned to the ground. So let me get this right. Democrats will burn cities to the ground because they love criminals, and yet when a good guy is murdered and people are praying and gathering and just mourning, they'll also burn cities down and burn their things down. They just constantly feel the need to destroy other people's things.
What happened to Charlie was unspeakable, you know? Everyone is destroyed over this.
So Michael and his family created a memorial along their fence to honor the slain CEO of Turning Point USA. But late Saturday night, vandals lit the display on fire.
When they burnt that fence, that fire could have went into that house and it could have really harmed somebody.
Our resolve is better than your hate. United we stand. United. Wow. Yes, we are the United States. And somebody comes and's like, no, that's not right. I just don't understand why these people live in the United States if they hate it and they hate our country's values and the things that made us great. So I really hope that this kid was expelled for mocking Charlie Kirk. To me, this has just been a massive revelation of who some people really are. And it's sad because I like to believe that people are good and that the bad people just get around a lot. Even though we have some teachers, preschool teachers, like this. And this is how they do their parenting.
I have the best news ever.
What? Donald Trump died?
Second best news.
The vice president died?
Okay, third best news.
That Elon Musk died?
Okay, no. Nobody died. My best friend's getting married.
Which one is it?
Taylor Swift!
Oh, I just feel really so sad for those kids, actually. Apparently, the dad is a lieutenant for the National Guard. And so this woman basically, like this post says, ruined his career. Here we have another memorial that was destroyed. It simply says, rest in peace. And they just put profanity all over it. Flags of different countries. Also, I don't understand why Charlie Kirk's hometown high school would remove its alumni plaque from years ago. They should be very proud that he went to their high school, but after his death, citizens want it back up.
The words that were said previously, that I'm shocked that Charlie Kirk's plaque would be removed from the wall of notable alumni. And it happened apparently in the middle of the night, as these things tend to happen, quietly without anybody noticing. It's frankly shameful. Charlie Kirk tried to build bridges between people, and he did it using his intellect and reason and a quiet voice, and he should be honored for that. Whether you choose to believe what he said or not, or whether you choose to cross that bridge and join him or stay on your side, that's not the point. The point was he tried to peacefully build bridges between people. And I don't think it's appropriate that his plaque be removed. I think it should be restored. I think he should be honored. He is going to receive the Medal of Freedom, which is the highest honor this country can bestow upon somebody. And frankly, I think an explanation would be owed if he wasn't restored to that wall of notable alumni.
The fact that they went after the kindest and most loving guy really shows that they have no sympathy for anybody. Would you please make sure that you are subscribed? I'll see you next time. Bye.